when I started to say our prayers, the one thing I always learned from my rabbi, and when you read the prayers, there's nothing in any of our prayers that talks about fighting and being angry and getting at people. Nothing like that. It does talk about the getting rid of the Amaleks that they did. That's our history. And about the Egyptians. It does tell us about that. That's our history. But it doesn't push us to do these things that are wrong and aggressive. Some other religions, many, some of them do have that, they want them to be top, so they have to get rid of others. Some of them just talk about their history. But in Judaism, it's always about peace. It's always about peace with Israel, peace with each other, peace within ourselves. So that's basically what the Amida is, those 7 brachot, and now we're going to go to it. And we'll go through. Oops, I did the wrong one first. Okay. I thought we do Havdalah, but I'll do this one. Okay. So here we are, and let's make it larger. And see, here it says first bracha at the ancestors, and that's when we talk about them. All right. So I would bet that you all know this well enough. Just so you know, there's a little bit of, like I say, the aerobics to it. So the way Rabbi Kaspi had explained it, and this is how I always do it, is up here it says, Adonai sifatai tifta ufi yagi tehilatecha. That's not the best tune. That's when you take 3 steps back, small steps backwards, because you're hesitant to approach God. Then you take 3 small steps forward as you say Ufi Yagid. When you say Ufi Yagid, with Adonai Sifateh Tifta, you go 3 steps back. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, you take 3 small steps forward. We're approaching God. They say that they did this at the temple. They would go back and then they would approach in order to pray, to sacrifice, the things that they did. Here, where it says Baruch Atah Adonai, that's where you bend on Baruch, your knees, just your knees. You bend your knees, then you bow on Atah, you bend your knee, you bow, and on Adonai, you raise up, you straighten up on Adonai. We've bowed in the presence of him, but now we are speaking to him, to God, him or her, we don't know, but to God. So that's some of that aerobics that's there. To ask you all, do you who would like to be reading this? That you feel that maybe you need some practice with these words.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then let's do it. Okay, then we will do it. Okay. Eileen, let's start with you and read these.
We're doing the patriarchs.
And do the matriarchs. Yes, we do the matriarchs.
Okay.
Which honestly, that does send it, when there's a tune, it kind of knocks it off a little bit, but all the chazans have learned to just kind of get it in there because it's important. So go ahead, read those. Read up to this last part, this where my cursor is.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Rei Eloha
What's the, what?
Eloha
No, there's a vav.
Ve
Mm-hmm.
Veloha
Not,
Velohe
yes.
Kol
No.
Ach.
What's that?
That's an N.
No, it's not a nun. No, it's, see, here's a bet. This is a bet.
Avo Tenu.
Good.
Do I have to read this too?
Yes.
Okay. Va'amo.
V.
Va'amo.
Nuh-uh. Look, it's one dot.
E.
Yes.
Ve'imo Tenu.
Yes.
Elohe Avoraham.
Now look at it again. This blends.
Avraham.
Yes. Okay, stop.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. So Avotenu are our patriarchs. The Emotenu are our matriarchs. Abba, father, Ema, mother. Emotenu. So that's you can once you realize that it's that's what it is. So that's our patriarchs, that's our matriarchs. Okay, then we start naming them. So that's where you started with Abraham. So let's go with Felicia.
Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah.
Good, thank you. There are some people, I may have mentioned this, there are some people that feel that Leah should come before Rachel because it's the order that they were the wives and the matriarchs. Um, the way the conservative movement and the responsa, it's called, where they discuss it all, they say that Rachel A was his favorite, and her child was Joseph. So he was the person who was in Egypt who saved, because of him, we obviously had to leave Egypt, but because of him, we were there and we were healthy and safe. So they put Rachel first. I'm one of those ones that thinks that Leah should be first because she came before Rachel, but that's my opinion and that's how I look at it. Okay, so let's go with Sally. Please do the next three.
El Hagadol, Hagibor, Vahanorah, El Elyon, Gomel, Chasadim, Tovim, Vikone, Hakol, Bizocher.
Good. Okay, let's stop there. That's good. Okay, so this is where we say the growth of them. The big Hagadol is big. Ha'el Hagadol, the Hagibor v'Hanera. What we know, they are part of our ancestors, and then I don't know the exact wording of it, but we talk all about that's who we are and where we come from. So let's see who is next. Madeline, let's start. Let me see. Here, you do.
Um, Hasadeh Avot,
Chas, it blends.
Hasdei Avot, Ve'ima Ve'imachot,
Mm-hmm.
Umevi Goel, Livnei,
Yes.
um, Livnei, Banehem,
Mm-hmm.
Lema'an, Shemo, Ba'ahava.
Good. Okay. Avot are the patriarchs, the imahot, the matriarchs. You always see that in there. Okay. That's on Shabbat Yuva. We're not going to do that one. Okay. And then this is wait a minute.
Can I
Just
ask
one.
you a question? And just
Sure.
the Amida, is it different on Shabbat than it is during the week? If you go to a minyan during the week, is the
Yes. It's a little bit, they leave out a couple of the lines during the week. Yeah. The
okay?
week,
So it's different, yeah.
there is some difference. A couple of the lines that they've repeated here, they do leave them out. You'll find that the weekday is always shorter in a lot of things. For instance, they only on a Thursday you only have 3 aliyot for Torah service. You have 7 on a Shabbat. Um, they do add something during the week, which is called Tachanun, which they add that prayer. But for the most part, they definitely shorten it and they do take things out. Okay, so who is? So Vivian, if you would please read this.
Okay. Melech Ozer Ufoked
Yes.
Umashia
Umoshia.
Umoshia Umagen
Right.
Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham U Foked Sarah.
Right. Very good. Sometimes it's translated into the strength of Sarah, as it is up here. Oh, there's the other one. Now I'm sorry. I can't remember. Let me see what they said here. The shield saves in the shield of Sarah. So it's different. For the most part, it is about Sarah being actually just as strong as Abraham and being our matriarch and guiding us in a lot of ways. Okay. All right. So that's the first one, and that's all about the ancestors. Then we come into the second one, which is it says about God's saving care. So actually this part is part of the first one too. Atah Gibor. Let's go. Lori, read these three lines, please.
Okay, yep. Let's see. Ata, Gi, Vor, Givor, Le Olam, Adonai,
No, look at under there.
Adonai,
Uh-huh.
Mechaye, Mechaye,
Mm-hmm.
Metim,
Mm-hmm.
Ata, Rav, Lehosh, Lehoshea,
One dot.
what's that? F, oh, E, Lehoshia.
Yes, good. Okay. So we have said you are ever mighty Adonai. You give life to the dead. Great is your saving power. A lot of this is where Reform always questions when they talk about the dead. And for instance, in Hakol, Hametim Hakol. We always say Hakol, all of we say from the dead. In a lot of the some of the newer conservative, not all, but in a lot of the Reconstructionist and the Reform, they say the living. When there was a discussion by a Reform rabbi online that I read about, and in my opinion, it does to talk about the dead is also to bring the dead, that we loved, to keep their memory alive. That's how I have always seen it, and that's how I see it. So if you don't bring that up at all, then you're ignoring that. And I believe that it's very important that we keep them in our hearts and in our minds and in our memory. So here's our second bracha. We started it right there, and then here we will go. Eileen, so if you'll read, let's go with, I think we should read three. It's a lot. So let's read three.
Okay. Makal, Kale, Hayim, Ba,
Be.
Be, Be, He, Sa, Said,
So it's
Hesed, Behesed,
chesed, chesed.
Behesed.
Right.
Okay. Me,
Not me.
oh, let me just get rid of this. I just love all these fake phone calls.
I know. Go.
Me, Ta,
No. Me.
Me, Ta,
Look at that. That's
Ah,
not a tub. This is a tub. What's this?
Ha,
Chet.
Het, Me, Chai, Ye, Ha,
You don't hear the hey at all. Mechaye.
Day,
Right.
Me, Team,
Mm-hmm.
Barahamim,
Be. It's just
Be,
be.
Berahamim,
Good.
Ra, Bam,
What? One dot.
E, Rabim.
Yes. Okay. Um, do this line.
Okay. I'm on a roll. That's a Samic. So, Sovo,
Look at this. Now, this needs to go together. The samach and
so,
that vowel. So, and you did
so,
say it, but then you added. Go ahead.
so me, Rach,
So mech.
so me.
Good.
Okay. God bless. When they start, they start. So
Yes.
me, Nof, Lame,
One dot.
Im, Loaf, Nof, Im,
Nof leam.
Leam.
Right.
Vero, Pain,
It's not a pay. There's no dot in the middle.
Fe,
Yes.
Rofe,
Mm-hmm.
Holum,
No, one dot.
Ho, Lame,
And it's not ho, it's cho.
Ha, Haolim,
Nuh-uh. Cho leam.
Holim, Holim,
Yes.
okay. Uvma, Tirach,
Nuh-uh. No. This is a blend and we ignore that yud. I know.
okay.
Say it again.
Uvma, Tira,
Tier.
Tir,
It's a blend. Uma tier.
Tir, so Ra, Osa,
In the
Hey,
middle. Dots in the
Sa,
middle.
O,
Not
Surim,
asurim.
Asurim. Sorry.
So this is sung, everybody. It's Mechachel Chayim Bechesed, Mechaye Meitim Berachamim Rabim.
So easy.
Tomech Noflim Verafei Cholim, Umatir Asurim. And then different chazans do it more or less or whatever. But that is sung, generally with the chazan. And then you'll see later more of it is silent, but you do that. So that was good, Eileen. So let's go next. Sally. Sally, will you do this? And if you want to sing it, you're welcome to.
Where am I? I'm sorry.
Umakayim.
Umakayim emunato lishe ne afar.
Okay.
Mi chamocha baal givurot
Right.
umido melech memit umechayeh umatzmiach Yeshua.
Good. Okay. Great. Very good. All right.
It's a good thing I don't sing for a living.
Oh no. You know what? We can all sing. Don't ever think that. You're good. Okay. Let's see. Madeline, if you would, and do you know the tune here?
Okay, where are we? I'm sorry, I was doing
The
something else.
ne.
Okay. Nemar Rata
Le
Lechayaot, right?
lehachayon.
Lechachayot
Right.
Mechim Metim.
Right.
But you know what? Is that the vanilla? Is that the vanilla? Oh,
No, that's no.
okay.
You,
I'm in
you're
the wrong
actually doing
place.
a different tune. You
Yeah,
were doing a
yeah.
tune from another section.
V'ne'eman ata lachayot metim.
Lehachayot.
Mechachayot. I know, it's the H and the ch. I know.
Yes.
Matim.
May.
Baruch
A. Two dot.
metim. Baruch atah Adonai mechaye hametim.
Good. Okay. And then we are down to the third. Okay, so that was that part. And then we come down. This is the third one. The third one's about God's holiness. And now here is also where we have a little bit of aerobics. It's actually right here toward this end. It's Ze'el Zev Amar. So when you say this part, Nekadesh et Shimcha Ba'alam Kishem, and you go on, then it says Vikara, you bow, Ze to the left, Ze to the right, Ze'el Zev Amar. And that's when you then come up for Kadosh. So when you're bowing Ze'el Zev Amar, what it is where the angels are on either side of us, and you're bowing to the angels. It's all a part of the holiness of it. So I do this. It just feels good to me. Not everybody does do it, but it to me it has meaning. I feel that there's always presence somewhere, and I don't, and no one knows for sure if there is or isn't. So I trust myself, and I do this, and it feels good. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh is a very interesting thing. Most of the time, you'll see people bobbing up and down. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Technically, it's going up holy, and you start low, you raise a little bit, you raise a little more. I had thought about it a lot, and I realized it's hard to do that. And especially the older we get, it's hard to do that. So that's why people bob up and down, kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. If you can try, and as you go down, come up a little higher, and come up a little higher, then you're bringing that up to it, to the holiness of God. If you know that you can do it, stay up and up, not go down at all, great. But yeah, the important thing is don't ever fall over. Don't ever make yourself, in any danger or anything. So you just do what's most comfortable for you. All right. So let's who is reading? Let me see. Maddie, let me see finish this one. You'll get 3 lines. Do this one.
Which one?
Top one.
Nikadesh
Mm-hmm.
et Shimcha Ba'olam.
Right. Okay. And then Vivian, go to the end of it.
Kishem,
Shame.
Kishem. That's a long one. Shemikti,
No, what's this vowel under there?
Shema, Shemakdishim,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Shemakdishim Oto, Bishmi, Shmei,
Good.
Marom,
Yes.
Kakatuv, Al Yad, Nevi Echa,
Echa.
Nevi Echa,
Good.
the Kara Ze El Ze, the Amar,
Okay.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai, Tzivaot, Milo, Chol Haaretz, Kivodo.
Right. Right. And it's all over all the land that this is holy. There's holiness all over the land. Haaretz. Kol Haaretz. All over the land. Very good. So just try and remember that how you want to do this Kadosh Kadosh. And if you feel that you like the concept that maybe there are angels on either side of us, that you go Ze El Zevi Amar. All righty. And now, Lori, let's have you do these 3.
Okay. Az, the Kol, Ra, let's see, Ra'asi,
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash,
Mm-hmm.
Gadol, Ador,
Adir. Adir.
Adir.
Hmm.
Zak. Ma Shami.
It's mash. Mash.
Okay.
Blend.
Mash. Mi. Im.
Hmm.
Kol. Mi. Te.
It's
Na.
it, it's a blend.
Okay. Meet. Na. Shim.
This is the dot's over there. Too many dots, I know, but the dot is over there, and you just hear the sound of it.
Okay. Mi. Ta. Nisim.
Meet nas im.
Meet. Nas. Im.
Good.
Mat.
It's these three letters are the same as the vav with the dot in the middle.
Mat.
Yes, good.
Ishrapim.
No, look at this.
Oh, I'm getting those shins.
But this is a sin. Right.
Ra.
The s, not she. S, like snake. S,
Okay, I lost my place. Ra pim. Or fim.
theme. It's a
Yeah.
fe. Okay,
Ra fim.
good.
Le'ema
Now,
tam.
three dots down.
The u.
Yes,
La u ma tam.
good.
Baruch. Ameru.
No. This is the yud with that
U.
over it. Yo.
Yo Meru.
Right. Right. Okay. And then the
Baruch.
last
Yep. Baruch. Kavod.
kivod.
Kavod. Is that Adonai?
Uh-huh.
Adonai.
Yes.
Yep. Adonai. Mi me ko mo.
All right. It's mim como. It blends. Mim como.
Mim
Okay.
como.
Good. Okay. All right. So here we are. Okay. Not yet. Here we are. That's of course we're in the third, and I wanted to see exactly one. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So we're still on the third, and here we are, Mimiko Mo, and let's go over this one. Eileen, let's read these two lines.
Okay. Mim, Kamo,
Mim komecha.
Ha. Okay.
Say it
Mal,
again. Say it again.
Mim, Ko, Maha.
Good.
Malo,
Nuh-uh.
Elohenu,
Look at this, and this blends.
Malchenu.
Malkanu, yes.
Tofea,
One dot.
Tofiu, Tofia,
Good. Tofia. Mm-hmm.
Va, Tam, Loch,
No. It's a v,
Ve,
one dot.
E. Yeah. The Tima,
This blends.
Team, Loch.
Good. The team loaf. Good.
Okay. Alenu, Cole.
Mm-hmm. No, just Elenu, and then you come here. What's this?
Isn't that it's not Cole.
Nope, one dot.
Yeah. A. E.
Yes.
Ki. Maha. Ma.
Not ma. Just the m.
Meh. Ha. Came.
One dot.
Melchim.
Right.
Kim.
Mechakim.
And I know that. I keep on getting it wrong. Kim.
That's all right. Okay.
Nachnu.
Yes.
Lach.
Mm-hmm.
Ma. Mata.
Well, now you hear like that yod at the end. Matai.
Yeah. Okay. Now that's not the T, that's the ha.
No, no. Look at this. This word. You just said it right.
Tomlo,
No, this is a T.
T.
Team.
Teamlo,
Yes.
Batsayom,
It's C.
Bitsiom,
Right.
Bakarov.
Good.
Okay, this is like pulling teeth. Bayamenu,
Beyame.
Bayamenu,
Mm-hmm.
La Yola, let's see, La
Le.
Le, Yolam, Yo,
It's an iron, so you
Leo,
just
Leo, Leolam,
yes. Good.
Leolam. Rats Ed,
Look at that.
Ra,
No, not a.
oh,
That's not a
Va,
race. Say it.
Va,
Ve.
Va,
Va.
Ve, Ed, Va Ed.
Yes.
Okay. Tosh,
One dot.
Tish,
Yes.
Tish, Ko, that's Kora.
No. What's this? This
Final
is a
nut,
fun.
Ko, Tish,
And
Ko,
this.
that's Ko.
Yes. And the final.
None,
Okay. Quiche cone.
Kish cone.
Okay. All right. Good. Let's do. All right. So let's go now. I'm gonna let someone else go. So, Felicia, please read this.
Tit Gadal, the Tit Kadash, the Toch, Yerushalayim, Yeracha,
Mm-hmm.
Ledur, Vedor, Vador,
Vador. Vador.
Vador, Ulenetzach, Netzachim,
Good.
Einenu, Tirena, Tirena,
Yes.
Malchutecha,
Mahutecha.
Malchutecha, Kadavar, Ha'amur,
Yes.
Bishireni,
Bishire. Just Bishire.
Bishirai. Yeah, Bishirai. Uzecha?
Yes. Mm-hmm. There's an extra dot. Don't ask me why. I know there's they have reasons. I think a lot of it is the trope and the singing,
Trope,
but
it's
it's
trope.
right. It's the trope. So it's the singing, the up and down, but it's just the Zion, like you said, Uzecha. Now,
Al, Yidei, David, Mashiach,
ach.
Mashiach, Mashiach,
Mm-hmm.
Mashiach,
Mashiach, the Messiah,
Mashiach,
Mashiach.
um, Sid Kecha,
Right. Okay, so everybody, when you have the chet with the it's ach. When you have the final chaf with the it's cha. So that's your difference. This is ach, this is cha. And that's a Mashiach. David is our Mashiach. He's the Messiah. Many think. Okay. All right, so let's move on. I'm gonna do someone else. Sally, if you would do this one, these two.
Yimloch Adonai leolam Elo Hayich Sion Ledor Vador
Vador.
Ledor Vador.
Right.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Good. And then the next one.
Ledor Vador nagid gadlecha, ul netzach, netzachim, kedushat, kedushat techa,
Good. Yep.
nakdish.
Yes. Yes. A lot of those are, I know, hard with the two dots. Okay. Maddie. So you all hear the Zion Zion? That's our talking about the restoration of Zion, talking about Zion. So we will get. We did not do that yet. Okay. So where are we? I'm sorry. Okay.
Kiel
Here. Okay. Right, Maddie. If you would do uh these.
Oh, yeah. Which part are we on in terms of the 1, 2, 3, 4? I'm just curious.
I think we are in still the holiness. Let me
still in
see.
a second, I think.
This is in the third. We're still in the holiness.
Third, the
Yeah.
third, yeah.
Okay, let me get back. Restoration of Zion. We talk about the holiness of Shabbat. And we talk about Zion. Wait a minute, where am I? I think I'm too far over.
What book are you using? Is this from? Because
This
this
is
is,
Lev Shalem.
oh, that's nice. I don't have that. That's a good book. They should.
Okay. All right. Yes, it is. And you can always put it as a PDF on your computer.
The
Okay. So
whole
where did
book?
I want you? What?
The whole book?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I've got, well, I did a Friday night one and I did a Saturday as a PDF on here. That's what this is.
How do you do that? Well, that's another.
We'll do that later. We'll
Right,
do
yeah.
that later.
That's good.
Okay. So, I think you are here, Vishiv.
V'shivchacha
Mm-hmm.
Eloheinu mip mip mip. What is that extra mark? Mipinu.
Right. Me pinu you. Me
Yeah,
pinu. It's the
mipinu.
pay,
Yeah,
and that line is a trop. Me
it's a trope.
pinu.
It's a trope sign. Okay.
Yes.
Mipinu lo uh, yamush
Mm-hmm.
leolam vaed ki el melech gadol v'kadosh ata.
Good. Okay. And Vivian, if you would then read this one, and then we'll go down more.
Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Right. And then here we go. And here, this too.
Okay, atah kadosh the shimcha kadosh.
Good. Okay. And Lori, read these.
Okay. Okay, where am I?
Ooh. Ooh.
Ukadoshim.
Ook. Do. It's ook. Not ka. Ook.
Okay. Ukdoshim.
Mm-hmm.
Bekol yom.
Chol. That's a chaf. Chol.
Okay. Bechol yom.
Good.
Hallelujah.
Nope. Nope. Don't. Read what you see.
Darn.
Good guess.
All right. So ha le lucha
Yes. Lucha.
lucha.
Right.
Selah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ba,
Finish this.
yep. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Okay. Good. All righty. Then, let me see. Um, we have done up through the fourth, the holiness of Shabbat, and then I was going to get to the fifth one, which is the restoration of Zion, which is Ritzay. Oh, wait a minute, I missed it. I missed it. Here it is. So it's Ritzay. So Ritzay is the restoration of Zion, and that's all about Zion. So it starts with Ritzay Adonai Eloheinu B'Yamcha Yisrael Uvitefilatam. And okay. I think we're going to stop a little bit only because it's a little bit close to there. I just wanted to go over Havdalah briefly. But I will tell you that at this next part, this is the part about the gratitude, and this is the Modima Nachnu Lach. This is another place where we bend. We bend Modima Nachnu Lach. We just put our head over, and then we come up. Atahu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu. So this is also showing the gratitude. And then I'm going to go to the beginning of, all right, so then this, I think this is where we begin. The fourth one, the fifth, seventh one of prayer of peace. So the seventh one, which is the prayer of peace, actually, it starts up here, but you know that it's all about it because it's Sim Shalom. So Sim Shalom is all about peace. Sim Shalom ba'alam tova uvracha. You're talking peace all over, through the world, in your souls, in your hearts, in your families, and everywhere. So that's part of it. And then that's pretty much the end of it. Now there's another part. Okay. So part of that, of the piece, you keep going, and Yihiyu Liratzon, some synagogues sing this. It's towards the end. And then you all know the Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. I skipped this. This is where you also do, you step back, Oseh Shalom Bimramav, you step back, you bow, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom to one side, Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael, you bow to the other side. Some conservative synagogues, some reform, some of a lot of synagogues are adding this, V'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel. It's all new to me, but it's, and to all who dwell on earth. So, V'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Yoshev is to sit, so to dwell, so to all who dwell on earth. They have added that, um, and like I say, not every synagogue is adding that. When we do our mourners Kaddish at Yakom B'Echad, it's there because it's Lev Shalem, but we don't add it. So it just depends upon the congregation you're in and if they are adding it. All
And
right,
I just
everybody.
have a quick question. Is the personal Amida the same as the one that we say together?
Well, the personal part is there's things that the chazan leads that you sing with him that you do. That's it. Then all the rest of what you were doing is the personal. You're saying
Right, so
that
then you start over again. You go back and you start
okay, yeah,
right with the matriarchs and the patriarchs,
right,
correct? Right.
right.
Okay.
Um, I guess conservative are still doing that. A lot of other synagogues have stopped
Mhm.
repeating the Amida. Um, I learned that repeating the Amida was done because when it was just the priests and the people really didn't know the Hebrew, they repeated it for the people. Well, now that everybody generally reads that or has it in English or has it in
Yeah,
transliteration,
yeah.
many congregations, different ones, have stopped repeating it.
We're still
So
doing it. We're still
I'm
doing it.
sure. I'm sure. Most of the older conservative are still doing it. It's
Yeah.
your new kahilas of the conservative movement. New when people are breaking off from their congregations and forming their own small
They
kahila.
decided to do something about it.
They are generally making changes when it comes to prayer,
Yeah. We just
and
got a new rabbi, and I think those changes are coming down the pike, which is
a lot,
nice.
a lot of them are, but some of them, a lot of what Judaism is about tradition and ritual, and we're doing things that we've done for centuries. So you don't want to take it all out, but
No,
there are times when people are looking at certain things and saying, "Wait a minute, do we really need this? Do we really want to repeat this?" So whatever congregation you belong to, that's what they're doing, and you follow, and but just know that others are making changes. They are. So you all did really good, and it's a lot of words. And honestly, most of the time in conservative synagogues, Orthodox particularly, they go really fast. I will start off with them in the Hebrew, and I find that I cannot go as fast in the Hebrew on some of it with them. It's okay to read it in English. That's your language, truly. It's okay to do that so that you're reading and you're getting something out of it. You want to learn it, you want to read it, but it's really hard to follow when some of them are going so fast. So I just as soon know what I'm saying and understand it. And then I flip flop, honestly, because I do understand some of the Hebrew, but I do read some of the English. I do. All right. You did great. So I just wanted to go over a little bit of Havdalah for you because, how many of you, I should stop share a minute. How many of you do Havdalah? Nobody.
Some,
Okay.
a little
I
bit.
actually started when my kids were in USY and they would do it, that I started. And then, they're all grown, but I still do it because it's a beautiful ceremony. It's a beautiful ritual. You're saying that, it's Havdalah means separation. So you're separating Shabbat from the rest of the week. You're separating the holy from the everyday. You're separating the light of Shabbat. Well, you're showing light and dark. It's not dark of the week, but it's working in the week. So I have always found it just to be a beautiful ceremony. There's different things you do for it. So what's our timing? Okay, we have a few minutes. So I'm going to put it on and let you, I think instead of trying to, what am I doing here? Sorry. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so that it can, so I sent this to you, I think. And did I send you this about Havdalah?
No.
No.
No? I
No.
will. I will. Because it tells you, it has how they're singing it. And then it gives you, let me make this smaller so I can show you it. It tells you about it. And these are the things you have. You don't have to have fancy. I mean, when my kids were, they were once going on a trip with a USY, and their advisor comes walking across the parking lot type thing near it. They're getting ready to go on a bus, and it's the end of the Shabbat, and that's why they were getting ready. Well, he had in his hand a paper cup of wine. He had a paper cup of spices, and he had the candle in his pocket, and we did Havdalah in the parking lot, and which shows you can do it anywhere because you're ending Shabbat and you're starting with your week. So you have a braided candle. Sometimes it's colorful, sometimes it's plain, but it's always braided in at least 3 wicks. You have something for wine, and then you have something for spices. I once made, you can make it out of oranges and stick cloves in it, and that's for your spices. So let me see. So there's a fuller prayer. Wait a minute, I gotta move you all over. You start off with the introductory prayer, which tells you that you're trusting God and God is strength and the differences. And then say you're going to lift the cup of salvation. You're going to say a prayer over wine, the simple prayer over wine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, borei pri hagafen. But we sing all of this. That's what makes Havdalah so beautiful. It's the singing. You have the spices. After you say the bracha, you smell your spices, and everybody there gets an opportunity to smell them. And then you have the flame of the candle. And with that, you're supposed to put your hands so that you see the flame in your nails. And you're seeing the difference between light and dark. So I think his tune was the one I normally do. So let me play it for you a little bit. This was all just an explanation. Okay, I thought he sings it. Okay, so I thought he sings it in this one, but he doesn't. So I'm going to just give it to you quickly. Um, this tune for the introductory is a little harder. It goes Hine El Yeshuati Efta Velo Echad Ki Aziv V'Zimra Ya Vayehili Liyeshua. But the part that makes it, and you can say most of it, but then this is what the kids bring the joy of it. We sing la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei Puri Hagafen Borei Puri Hagafen and you don't drink yet. La 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei mine bisamim Borei mine bisamim and then it goes on. It's getting late, so I don't want to take too much. You sing the la 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 again, and then you sing for the blessing of the candle. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei merei ha'esh. Esh is candle. Or is the light. Ha'esh the candle. And then you sing this part. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh lechol ben or lechoshet ben Yisrael la'amim ben yom hashvi'i l'sheshet yemei ha'maaseh ben kodesh lechol baruch. This should be a separation here. Ben kodesh lechol Baruch atah Adonai hamavdil ben kodesh lechol. We have said that there's a separation sheshet hamashim between the days, the 6 days, and then beginning of the new one. And then afterwards, you sing Shavua Tov. And Shavua Tov, I did this with the kids. It goes Shavua Tov, Shavua Tov. I'm going to stop share. Shavua Tov, Shavua Tov. A good week. A week of peace. Okay. May gladness
I
reign
always
and
sing
joy increase.
Eliyahu ben Havi.
Wait. You sing Shavua Tov.
Right.
And, if you have grandkids or if you have nieces and nephews or anything and you do it, it's fun. They sing it. And then after you finish the Shavua Tov, then you bring in our prophet. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. And it goes on. There's another verse to it. So I have found Havdalah to be just beautiful, and it helps me to start the week and Shabbat, where I have tried to rest the whole time. It's hard, but I have tried. I will tell you that I learned this from two of our past presidents in Florida region. We had a training session, and they said, try and do something to observe Shabbat. You aren't necessarily going to do everything, but maybe don't do laundry or don't go food shopping. Yes, don't go food shopping. Give yourself that time of rest. Do it another time.
I
But
always,
it's,
oh, go ahead.
huh?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I always felt it was very disingenuous to do a Havdalah when I haven't really observed Shabbat.
But you're still,
That was a problem for me. It is a problem for me. So,
yeah, I understand what you're saying, but
but I understand you
everybody
could get
observes
something
Shabbat
out of it.
differently.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, but it still is wonderful, I feel, for
I
me,
agree with you.
to
And
do
even if you
Havdalah.
just pick out one thing, I like that idea. And so it's in your mind, at least you are remembering and you're not just carrying out Shabbat like, like every other
Right.
day.
it doesn't hurt to try and give yourself some rest, a little bit of Shabbat. So, all right, ladies, this has been great. This is the last class. Now, I think one of you had said you would like to go on, and if email me if you would like to do maybe 2 other Fridays in January. We would do like the last 2, and then we could do whatever you like. And so email me if you want to do that. I'll do 2 Fridays, the last 2 Fridays in January. I think this starts again in February. So, and I think you all are doing great. Some of you definitely, I don't know if there'll be another class for those of you who really have it down pat. Maybe you might want to repeat intermediate, some of you, but I honestly, you've all improved a great deal from how we first started out, truly. So, it's been a pleasure teaching you all and knowing you. So you let me know if you decide that, and I'll get